What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about 5 secret websites to find mineral rights for sale that no one talks about or even knows about. Without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, I think we need to talk about what is a mineral right. Okay, so there's a difference between surface rights and mineral rights. Surface rights is what I often preach on this channel as far as buying land, right? So you go out, you buy land, let's say you buy an acre of land, and that is the surface of the land, and that would be considered your surface rights. But below the surface is, and I thought this was a good demonstration, is minerals, right? So you have mineral rights as well. So you have oil and gas, coal, metals, and minerals. So these are typically owned by companies or other people. I've heard in my comment section, actually, someone said that they own the mineral rights to someone else's surface rights or their surface land, and they are leasing those mineral rights. Yes, you can lease the mineral rights if you own what's below the surface, okay? So keep that in mind. As an investor looking at this, you'll be able to get some passive income simply by owning the mineral rights, which is below the surface, and you can lease that to other companies or someone else who is interested in digging and gathering those minerals, okay? So make it worthwhile when you are considering who to lease to with regards to a company. And what I mean by make it worthwhile, make sure you're getting paid, okay, if you own the surface rights. The mineral rights, excuse me. Now, for those folks who own surface rights, but you don't own the mineral rights, that can be tricky because they meaning the person who owns the mineral rights, technically has access, the right to what's below your surface, okay? So this can be overlapping and very tricky for investors or just the common person to understand that you may not have access to what's below your land, which is right here where I encourage you to ensure that you have, if you own land, make sure you have the surface rights and also the mineral rights access, okay? And ownership, not just access. So keep that in mind when you are looking to buy land. This is something most people, I haven't seen anybody talk about the mineral rights that are involved with land ownership, okay? Because you may think, okay, I can dig anywhere on my land. I own 20 acres or 15 acres or 1 acre. I can dig at any time and get what's below the ground, the surface land. And that may not necessarily be true because someone else may own it. All right. So what is below the surface? Well, oil and gas, coal, precious metals, gemstones. Okay. So it's very lucrative to own mineral rights. So in this video, I'm going to discuss where in the world do you attain these mineral rights? So let's get started. So the first website I want to discuss with you is called energydomain.com. Now, energydomain.com is a website. You have to register for all of these, by the way. You do have to register, okay? And they have a buy and sell marketplace. Now, this is good for two types of people. If you are interested in purchasing mineral rights, you can go here to the marketplace and find some mineral rights to purchase. Or if you do have mineral rights right now and you're wanting to lease or sell them, you can do that here as well. You can place them here on this marketplace. It's kind of like Facebook Marketplace, right? But it's for mineral rights, okay? So keep that in mind. Texas, Oklahoma, and some other states in the United States have these rights that you can attain. But Texas and Oklahoma, really Texas, has a lot of mineral rights in the area. So keep that in mind. That's not the only ones, not the only states that have it, but they do. I've just seen it, being represented more so than any other state from my experience and my research on mineral rights. So again, this is energydomain.com. Keep that in mind if you wanted to search mineral rights or you wanted to sell them, okay? Another website I want to discuss with you is called energynet.com. Once again, that's energynet.com. Now, energynet.com, same premise. They have a marketplace in which you can purchase these. You can log in and register. Like I mentioned earlier, you do have to register for these websites. And it says view listings right here. You click that. And of course, like I just mentioned, you'll register. I didn't register for this one. I did for one of them, but I just don't remember which one. And it'll give you listings, those who are selling their mineral rights. Now, this will be a good investment, in my opinion. Of course, by the way, this is where I talk about due diligence. You still have to do due diligence with these types of purchases as well. Don't just think, oh, it's mineral rights. I want it, you know, I'll pay X amount of money. You have to research and ensure that there's no scams, meaning the rightful owner is selling the mineral rights to this. And that requires going through, doing a title search potentially, and also looking at the county records. Okay. It's very important. I'll get to that at the very end of the video as well. So make sure you stick around, but you can register again and see what is for sale. Again, this website is called energynet.com. Next on the list is number 3, redriverhub.com. You're literally just putting this into the search engine, redriverhub.com. And they also buy, sell, and lease oil and gas mineral rights securely. Okay. So make sure you do your due diligence. I'll probably say that throughout the video because you want to make sure that you are receiving what you're interested in, and also that the person who is selling the mineral rights is the legit rightful owner. Okay. All right. So once again, that's redriverhub.com. All right. Next on the list is Oil and Gas Asset Clearinghouse, but the website is ogclearinghouse.com. Once again, that's ogclearinghouse.com. And if you can't, you don't remember, I would advise you to pause the video, rewind it, and put ogclearinghouse.com. Make sure that is in the search engine. And also you could just put this into Google, Oil and Gas Asset Clearinghouse. It'll pull up the same information. Okay. The last place to look for mineral rights is the county clerk or the county recorder. Depending on where you're located, it could be called something different. Basically, it's public records, okay? So public records will have this information. They are required to have this information on file as to who owns what. This is actually a good way to go directly to the owner so that you are not going through, if you didn't want to go through a website, okay? You're going directly to the owner saying, hey, I see that you own these mineral rights and I'm interested in purchasing it and would like to proceed and go through with the sale. Okay. So you would have to search public records. Now I will say here, you may have to actually have an address to search, but this is just one of those ways in which folks don't necessarily think about when they say mineral rights and knowing where to find them. They are on file, but this is also a good way, as I mentioned earlier, to verify who owns what, okay, by looking at the public records and saying who owns this, these mineral rights, and to ensure that you are working with the correct person, all right? Yeah, that is the end of my video. I really wanted, and this is Parker County, Texas, by the way, before I end the video. And a lot of places in Texas, everywhere in the United States have this. But like I said earlier, Texas is just overly represented with having an abundance of mineral rights for sale. So that's why I kind of pick on Texas for this video. But again, in every state, I saw in Sanford, North Carolina, there was a mineral rights dispute. And yeah, that's North Carolina. So again, it could be anywhere that you can find these mineral rights, but they are overly represented in certain states. Okay. That's the end of my video. I really do appreciate you watching to this point. If you made it this far in the video, please in the comment section, put no excuses. This year, 2026 and beyond, we are given no excuses to get into real estate. This is a good way to get into real estate without necessarily owning a home or the surface rights. You are kind of being sneaky and owning what's below the surface rights, which is the mineral rights. Okay. So this is a way that you can bring in passive income as well that most people don't know about, but you do, because you watched the video and you know exactly where to go and how to find this information. Guys, I truly do appreciate you watching. Until next time, you stay blessed.